ज्ञानं परमगुह्यं यद्विज्ञानसमन्वितं सरहस्यं तदङ्गं च गृहाणागदितं मया। श्री भगवान उवाच हे ब्रह्मन् परमगुह्यं विज्ञानितं सरहस्यं यत् मे ज्ञानं तदंगम च गदितं गृहाण। So in brief, the sentence is, hey Brahman, Lord himself is saying, hey Brahman, Bhagavat upalabdhi, attainment of Lord, or the mystery, the science of prema bhakti, and the Shabda Shastra, that means this, the most confidential knowledge of the scriptures. Pratipadya means the scriptures actually wants to express the topmost prema bhakti through my knowledge. And to attain that knowledge and that prema bhakti, you need sadhana bhakti. How to practice it, how to practice, what is the medium to achieve that topmost prema bhakti and the knowledge which will help you to attain that position. Maya gaditam grihana. Maya gaditam. I need, please take it, receive it. Now you read the English translation.
The personality
of Godhead
said, knowledge about me as described in the scriptures is very confidential, and it has to be realized in conjunction with devotional service. The necessary paraphernalia for that process is being explained by me. You may take it up carefully.
Right. So you understood. Now you understood the Anvaya. Bhagavan Uvacha. Hey Brahman, look at the sloka. Parama Guhyam Vijnana Samanvitam Sarahasyam Yat Me Jnanam Tadangam Cha Maya Grihana. Very simple. Grihana means accept it, take it carefully. This is the verb. And what you take? Na parama guhyam vijnana samannitam sarahasyam yat me jnanam. So jnanam grihana. And what kind of jnanam, what kind of knowledge? Jnanam is dvitiya vibhakti ekavachanam. What kind of knowledge? Na vijnana samanvitam, which is associated with science. So knowledge which is associated with science. So vijnana samanvitam is the adjective of jnanam. Vijnana samanvitam jnanam grihana. Now there are more adjectives of jnanam. What kind of? Sarahasyam. Rahasya means mystery. So what is the mysterious tool of knowledge is devotion. So sarahasyam. Vijnana samanvitam sarahasyam Yat me jnanam. Me means mine. The knowledge of mine, which is mysterious, associated with scientific mysterious knowledge. And what kind of that knowledge? Na parama gushyam, very confidential also. So these are all adjectives of jnanam. It's very easy. You segregate them separately. So the sentence is parama gushyam vijnana samanvitam sarahasyam yat me jnanam and tadangam cha. Anga means limb, and the limbs of that knowledge. What are they? To attain that supreme knowledge, the qualifications you need, they are mentioned as limbs of that knowledge. So like you want to become a civil engineer, so you need a good school, a good teacher, and dedication. These are the limbs of that supreme position, of that most powerful scientific knowledge. So Krishna is saying that when I am telling you the most confidential knowledge, I'm also giving you the limbs, the tools, helping tools also. So you receive it, you take it carefully. So like when we explain something very difficult, we say, okay, keep attention, listen to me carefully, what I'm saying. That's what Lord is doing. So again, Bhagavan Uvacha, this is not written in the sloka, but this is by default it comes, Hey Brahman. This is addressing Parama Gushyam Vijnana Samanvitam Sarahasyam Yat Me Jnanam Tadangam Cha. The most confidential scientific knowledge and its paraphernalia, Maya Gaditam Grihana. I have Maya has been explained by me. Maya is Tritiya Vibhakti, instrumental cause. Has been explained by me, you receive it. That means I have mentioned through my lectures and you receive it through my slokas. Again, Sri Bhagavan Uvacha, He Brahman, Parama Gushyam, Vijnana Samanvitam, Sarahasyam, Yat Me Jnanam, Tadangam Cha, Maya Gaditam Grihana. Go ahead. Varinder ji.
Hey Brahman. You can hear me now, right? Hey Brahman. Param Guha. Param
Guhyam.
Param Guham Vigyan Sammanvitam.
No, listen. Okay.
Param Guha Vigyan Sammanvitam Sarhasyam Yad Me Jnanam Tadang Cha Maya Gaditam Grahan.
Very good. Next, Mr. Bill.
Prabhuji, I can try. Let me see. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. Hey Brahman. Paramagushyam. Vijanana Samandvitam. Sarahasyam. Yat me Gyanam. Tat tat angam cha
Hmm.
maya
Gaditam.
gaditam. Yeah, gaditam. Explain it.
Hmm.
Girihana.
Grihana. Very good. So when I will read the sloka, all of you will read after me. Okay, I will read it 3-4 times and you practice it. Once you read the sloka flawlessly, then you can use the words in the Anvaya without any interruption. But it's good that you are able to do the Anvaya. It's a very big achievement. So what will happen? It's a mindset. Whenever you will see any new sloka, you will immediately, the mind will put it into Anvaya form. And once you see some poetry into it in a sentence form, you understood it completely. That's why it's very easy for a Sanskrit known person to explain the scriptures. They don't feel it as a challenge or big deal. Whatever may be the topic may be very difficult or new or whatever, but if you know this Anvaya process and you have little bit idea of which vibhakti, which dhatu, which lakar, and this is Kridanta, this is Samas, even though you don't know what is which Samas, but this is Samas, this is Kridanta, this is Tatvita, the knowledge you need is Vibhakti and Dhatu initially. If you have that much, you will understand what the sloka is trying to say. And just by reading the Puranas, your vocabulary will enhance like anything. Which after doing PhD also, a person will not have such a vocabulary as much a devotee will have just by reading the Puranas. So next is Prahlad Das.
Hare Krishna. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. Brahma Harama Guhyam Vijnana Samanvitam Sarahasyam Yad Me Jnanam Tad Angam Cha Maya Gaditam Grihana.
Very good. Viram Das.
Sri Bhagavan Uvacha, हे ब्राह्मण Parama Guyam Vijnana Samanvitam Sarahasyam Yad Me Jnanam Tad Angam Cha Maya Gaditam Grihana. अभी बोल like we lose Prabhu Deva.
No, Viram Prabhu, he is just muted, probably dealing with something there.
Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol, Prabhu.
So this sloka you understood? Hari Bol. So this sloka you understood, right? You read one time, Mr. Bill, the translation.
The personality of Godhead said, knowledge about me, as described in the scriptures, is very confidential. It has to be realized in conjunction with devotional service. The necessary paraphernalia for that process is being explained by me. You may take
Right.
it up carefully.
Very good. So everybody understood the meaning of this sloka?
Yes, Prabhu.
Varindarji?
Ji, Prabhu.
Okay. So Bhagavan Uvacha, He Brahman. It's not Brahman. Brahman is different and Brahman is different. Hey Brahman. Hey Brahman, Paramaguhyam Vijnana Samanvitam Sarahasyam Yat Me Jnanam Tadangam Cha Magaditam Ana. So whatever confidential, scientific, superior knowledge and its paraphernalia I have explained, please receive it. Please take it. Now this Vishwanath Chakravarti Pad is saying, anyway, we will go to that later. Let's do another sloka. There is a huge comment on it. This is not this is a sloka of Vedanta. Like 5 pages commentary on it. Yeah. Now sloka number 31. Yavanaham yatha bhavo yadrupa gunakarmakaha tathaiva tattva vijnanam
Taiva Tattva Vijnanam
astu te madanugrahat.
Astuti Mad Anugrahat
Yavanaham yatha bhavo
Yavanaham Yata Bhavo
yadrupa gunakarmakaha
Yadrupa Guna Karmakaha
tathaiva tattva vijnanam
Taiva Tattva Vijnanam
astu te madanugrahat.
Astuti Mad Anugrahat
Yavanaham yatha bhavo
Yavanaham Yata Bhavo
yadrupa gunakarmakaha
Yadrupa Guna Karmakaha
tathaiva tattva vijnanam
Taiva Tattva Vijnanam
astu te madanugrahat.
Astuti Mad Anugrahat.
Yes, everybody now read one by one. Varindarji. Mr. Bill.
Yavanamham yatha bhavo yadrupa gunakarmakaha tathaiva tattva vijnanam astute matanugrahat.
Hare
Next.
Krishna. Yavanaham yata bhavo yarupa guna karmakaha tathaiva tattva vijnanam astu te mad anugrahat.
Very good.
Yavanaham yata bhavo yadrupa guna karmakaha tataiva tattva vijnanam astu te mad anugrahat.
Yes, very important sloka. These are very theological sloka. Yavanaham yatha bhavo yadrupa karmakaha tathaiva tattva vijnanam astu te madanugraha. Aham yavan, like Krishna is trying to say that whosoever am I, like quantitatively, qualitatively, and yadrupa guna karmakaha, and whatever forms I do have, whatever forms like Varaha, Matsya, Kurma, Ram, Krishna, all avatars, different forms I do have, Vaman, Trivikram, whatever qualities I do have, and whatever pastimes I did, tathaiva tattva vijnanam astu te madanugraha. You be able to understand them as it is by my mercy. So he is basically saying, here Jiva Goswami comments on it, that someone who is full of devotion, for him, the only way to attain the supreme knowledge is by my mercy. So the supreme knowledge can only be attained by his mercy. See, in Chaitanya Charitamrita, there is a sloka, Ishwarer Kripalesh hoy to jahare sei se Ishwar Tattva Varnivare Pare. The one who is blessed by Lord, empowered by Lord, can only explain him theologically. So to explain the Lord, you need the direct mercy of him. Without his potency, without his blessings, you won't be able to understand that imperceptible entity, imperceptible theology. With your material senses, that imperceptible cannot be known. If someone wants to know me, it can through bhakti yoga, only by my mercy he will be able to understand me. That's why there is a sloka also in Bhagavad Gita, avang manasa gocharaha. What kind of Lord? Avang. Vang means through speech, mind, and senses. None of this can help you to perceive Lord, to experience Lord. Neither through speech it can be explained, neither by meditating he can be perceived, nor through your senses. But then how do we perceive or experience him? How do we experience? If some God-realized person comes, how he experiences him? Definitely through the senses, through the speech, by hearing the Harikatha of Guru and Vaishnava, and reading the scriptures, and through your senses. And God is saying that I am imperceptible. What does it mean? That means if somebody is able to understand him through speech. What is speech? This is Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavatam is also a speech of Vyasadeva. And listening to Harikatha is also a speech. So somebody feels about that Damashtakam Leela, somebody feels about that Rasa Lila, somebody feels about that drinking fire Lila. He perceives it, visualizes it just by hearing. Through his senses, he felt the presence of the Lord in the temple. And inside his mind, he meditates, and his mind is engrossed into the Ashtakalin eightfold pastimes of Lord. Again, Lord is saying that I am Avang Manasa Gochara. What does it mean? Those who are perceiving him, experiencing him, realizing him is because of my mercy. That's what God is trying to say here. Read the English translation.
All of me, namely my actual eternal form and my transcendental existence, color, qualities, and activities, let all be awakened within you by factual realization out of my causeless mercy.
Yes, all by my causeless mercy. So Yavan Aham, Yavan means as much am I. He is all pervasive. And again, then he is in the form of Karanodakshai Vishnu, Kshirodakshai Vishnu, Garbhodakshai Vishnu. Again, he is in the form of Matsya Kurma Varaha. Again, he is in the form of Bal Gopal. So Yavan Aham, Yavan is a plural form. Yatha Bhavo, whatever moods I do have. Sometimes I'm playing the flute and I'm just like a soft, gentle lover, who is flirting with the gopis. Then I am also stepping on the chest of Kamsa, and I'm that small child drinking the milk of Putana and killing her. So it's very difficult, isn't it, to understand him. Then I'm in Dwaraka, I'm the king, and 16,108 queens are there. So isn't it very complex to understand? So Yavanaham Yatha Bhavo and Yadrupa Guna Karma Kaha. When he went to Nriga and he's asking, he is the one, Karmanyeva Adhikaraste Ma Phaleshu Kadachana. You can perform your work, but the results can only be determined by me. But in Bhagavatam, I think in 12th canto, when he met the king Nriga in the form of a lizard. And then Krishna himself is asking, what happened to you? You said that you were a king. How come you got this body? The creator of this creation is asking, how come you got this body? So, Yadrupa Guna Karma Kaha. And the same person who is so fierce, so fierce that Kesi demon, he put his hand inside the mouth of Kesi and kept on enlarging his hand, his left hand. And it's written that when he was taking out the hand, it's like the size of a cucumber. Small hand he took out and then he died. And then he himself is lifting up the Govardhan. He's a small child stealing butter and the clothes and getting chastised by mother, Rudantam, Muhurnettam, Yugmam, Mrijantam. And the same personality, when there is a heavy rain, he is lifting the entire Govardhan with the left finger. So how will you understand him? That's what he is saying, that I am not perceivable, I am not understandable. Yavanaham yatha bhava yadrupa guna karmakaha tathaiva tattva vijnanam astu te madanugraha. May you attain all these things by my mercy. Understand? So let's come to this point of Anvaya. Aham Yavan. Yavan means yat swarupaha swato yat parimanaka. So it's very difficult to define Lord. How can you define Lord? You cannot define because he has Ananta Rupa. You can describe a person that Viramdas looks like this. But how can you describe who has infinite pastimes, infinite Shakti? How can you explain? And who is formless as well as having form? So it's very difficult. So aham yavan yatha bhavaha. Yatha bhavaha means when he is taking the form of a hog, varaha, he is doing a hog-like activities. You know, the earth from the water. And the same Lord taking form of Vamana as a Brahmana and going for begging. And the same Lord in the form of Parshurama being a Brahmana who never goes to the battlefield. Brahmanas goes to the battlefield, and he finished all the Kshatriyas from the earth. So how you will understand? Is he fierce in Nrsimha avatar? Even the wife, Lakshmi Devi, is scared to go in front of him. Such a ferocious, fierce. Imagine somebody sitting on and torn off the belly and hanging his intestines into his neck as garland. So the same Lord, but that form is worshipped also. When we worship the Nrsimhadev, we don't think about these things. It's like a most adorable form. And same Krishna is standing with a flute as if he doesn't know anything, just a lover. So, yatha bhava, as it is, to understand him. To understand Bhishma Stuti, Kunti Stuti we did. So to understand the Bhishma Stuti, you have to become Bhishma. To understand Kunti Stuti, you have to put yourself into that situation and get merged with her mood. Then only you will understand. Everyone, Brahma, Indra, everybody, Varun, everybody described Krishna, but every stotra is different than each other. Why? Because Lord is infinite. So yatha bhavaha, aham yavan yatha bhavaha, yadrupa guna karmaka. Yadrupa. So Lord has 400 form in Vaikuntha, and then he has 2 hands also in Krishna form. So whatever forms he has, Vaman is short, Trivikram is very tall, whatever forms I do have, all the qualities like Bhakta Vatsalya, Karnarnava, Daya Sindhu, these are all qualities, Vibhu. So whatever qualities he has infinite qualities, he is all powerful, he is all opulent. Those are all his qualities. And Yani Karmani, whatever pastimes he has done, to know them as it is. So 3 things we got. Aham Yavan, as I am, Yatha Bhavaha, whatever mood I have, Yadrupa Guna Karmakaha, whatever Rupa Guna and Karmas I do have. Tatha Eva, Tatha Eva, as it is, exactly as I am. Tatha Eva, Tattva Vijnanam, understanding of the science of theology, the theology of science, understanding the theology of science as it is, Madanugrahat te astu, may you attain by my mercy. Again, aham yavan, यथा भावः यद्रूपगुणकर्मकः तथा एव तत्त्वविज्ञानं मदनुग्रहात् ते अस्तु. Go ahead.
अहं यावन् यथा भावः यद्रूपा गुणकर्मकः तथा एव तत्तो विज्ञानं मद अनुग्रहात् ते अस्तु.
Very good. Next.
Aham yavan yatha bhavah yat rupa guna karmakah tata eva tattva vigyanam mad anugrahat te astu.
Good.
Aham
Next.
yavam yatha bhavaha yat rup guna karmakaha tatha tattva vigyanam mat anugrahat te astu.
You understood the meaning of the sloka, Mr. Bill?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. And others also?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu.
Very good. Okay, Varinder ji.
अहम यावान यथा भावो यद्रूप गुणः कर्मकः तथैव तत्व विज्ञानम मद अनुग्रहत ते अस्तु.
Very good. Nice. And you will practice it also. If you practice few anvayas very properly and regularly, it will become more easier. And you write, as I said, you write in Sanskrit first, and then you write in that Sanskrit order the English meaning. You have already the book, you write it in English form. So that is the style of Sanskrit. And that's how you will develop the samskara. Later on, you won't need to write the English. Just know the meaning in English from the book and then write in Sanskrit. It can be in your English script, but Sanskrit, only the sloka. Now the actual sloka comes. So we'll do one more sloka. This is where the Chatusloki Bhagavatam starts. 32. Ahameva samevagre
अहमेवा समेवाग्रे
nanyad yat sadasat param
नान्यद् यत् सत्परम्
nanyad yat sadasat param
नान्यद् यत् सत्परम्
paschadaham yadetatcha
पश्चादहम् अहं यदेतच्च यदेतच्च
यो वशिष्येत सोऽस्म्यहम्
यो वशिष्यत् सोऽस्म्यहम्
सो अस्मि अहम्
सोऽस्मि अहम् अस्मि अहम्
पश्चादहं यदेतच्च
पश्चात् अहं यदेतच्च
यो वशिष्येत सोऽस्म्यहम्
यो विशिष्यते अस्मै अस्म्यहम्
सोऽस्म्यहम्
सोऽस्म्यहम्
अहमेव समेवाग्रे नान्यत् यत् सदसत्परम् पश्चादहं यदेतच्च यो वशिष्येत सोऽस्म्यहम् अहमेव समेवाग्रे नान्यत् यत् सदसत्परम् paschadaham yadetaccha yovashishyeta sosmyaham ahameva samevagre nanyat yat sadasat param paschadaham yadetaccha yovashishyeta sosmyaham. So before the creation happened, I was there. You know, whatever we see, before my father, his father was there. Before his father was there. Before this tree, there was another tree. From there, the seed came. So this is how we understand things, that everything is created from something. But can you imagine when there was nothing and from something everything is created? What is that from? So Lord is saying, Ahameva samevagre. Srishtehe purvam, before the creation. And when there won't be anything, then what will be there? Like now there is a house. What if there is a earthquake? So
Yes.
everything will be demolished. But after that demolition, what will remain? The earth will remain. The earth will not go anywhere. You understand? The house and everything will, the trees and birds, everything and human will die. But the earth will remain there. So that's what I'm saying. That ahameva sameva agre. I was at the beginning. Ahameva agre asam.
Ahameva asmeva agre.
Aham eva agre asam.
Aham eva agre asam.
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 Na anyat na. Nothing else. Okay, anyatna. Yat sat asat. Param paschat. Aham asmi. So whatever sat means which is like gross form, and asat which is subtle form, and param sat asat. Sat and asat, we call this like the chetan, the living entity, the jivatma is called sat, and this material body is called asat, right?
Okay.
This material nature is called asat, contemporary, destructible, and the soul is the sat, chetan, which has this man, buddhi, ahankar, mind, intelligence. The inert object does not have. So that's how it is described. And param. So when there are two things existing, if I say there was a man and there was a table, if I say, so then your question will come, where did they came from? If I say there was something, some animal and there was a rock, so where did they come from? The living entity and non-living entity. It must be coming from somewhere. So that's what is param. Tayoho karanam pradhanam cha. The main cause for those living and inert, sat and asat. Paschat. And another amazing thing, after you create something from a lump of earth, you created a pitcher, right? So when you created this pitcher, the earth is no more there. The earth got converted into pitcher. Same from the ice, you heated it up and made it water, or from water you made ice. So when ice came into existence, the water is no more there. But Lord is saying, Paschat, after the Sat and Asat is being created, whatever remains, that is also me. So after the creation also, don't think that God created everything and He is no more there. So before the child came, the father was there. And when the child took birth, after that also the father is there. This is what the theory. Paschat aham asmi. Yat etat ahameva. Yat etat. And whatever you see, this earth, people might think that all the living entities are the part and parcel of Lord. Those who can speak, move, all living entities. So what about these non-living entities? Maybe this was already there and God came and He created human being. People might think like that. So He is saying that yat etat, whatever is this earth, ahameva, that is also me only. Yaha avashishyeta, saha api aham. And what happens when there is a pralaya, like annihilation, partial annihilation and complete annihilation. So when there is an annihilation, everything goes under the water, submerged, everything, the entire creation is finished. So then what? Then Lord is saying, after that also, it's me who is remaining. So critically, Lord is explaining so that you, full ignorance, be able to understand me, who am I? And who will tell us? If Lord Himself does not tell us, we ignorant and with our imperfect senses and limited knowledge, we will never be able to understand the Lord. That's why He is saying the beginning that whatever yadrupa guna karmaka, whatever pastimes, whatever is there, it's written in my scriptures. With my mercy, you try to understand. I mean, theoretically, we can understand that whatever after the annihilation, He will be there. He is the creator. He was there when nothing was there. He will be there when nothing will be here. But to perceive it, to bring it into realization, that can only happen by His mercy. Read the English translation.
Brahma,
Brahma,
it is I, the personality of Godhead, who was existing before the creation, when there was nothing but myself, nor was there the material nature, the cause of this creation. That which you see now is also I, the personality of Godhead, and after annihilation, what remains will also be I, the personality of Godhead.
Very good. So now let's do the Anvaya. Ahameva agreyasam anyatna. One sentence. I was at the beginning, nobody else. Ahameva agre asam. Ahameva agre asam. Anyatna. Nobody else.
Anyatna.
Anyat,
Yat,
nothing.
yes. Anyatna. Yat sat asat param.
Yat sat asat
Param.
param.
Paschad.
Paschat aham. Paschat aham asmi. Jo sadasat param. Paschat aham asmi. So whatever sat and asat, gross and subtle, and param. Param means beyond that. Like the cause of this gross and subtle. So Lord is the cause of the gross and subtle both. What is gross and subtle? Try to understand. The subtle, which can be explained as impersonal, that takes shelter of the gross. The formless takes shelter of the form. Is it clear or not?
Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
A good example, chili feels hot, right? Chili feels hot. Now, can you separate the hotness and the chili? Or do you see the hotness inside in the chili? If you break the chili, do you see, oh, it's hot or less hot? You have to taste
No,
it.
Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah,
Yes.
when you taste it, so taste is formless. Can you explain, oh, look, this is hot? No. So the hotness is inside the chili, and both are inseparable. If I say, okay, remove the hotness from the chili, same thing here. So whether it's an inert object or a living entity, the param, the theology from where both these things are generated, the plate and the eater, both is me, Lord is saying. The plate what you have made, earthen plate, where you kept the rice is also me, the plate is also me, this human body is also me, and the energy with which you are digesting, that is also me. And this is impossible to understand. And that's what he is saying. That yat sad asat param paschat. Paschat means after the man dies, the wheat is digested, the plate is broken. So then what? Everything finished? No. The creation is going on. Why? Because thereafter I am there. Paschat yat sad asat param paschat aham asmi. That is me only. Yat etad aham eva. And this earth is also me. Yaha avasishyeta saha api aham. And whatever remaining is also me. Can someone do the Anvaya?
Okay, I will start. Aham eva agre asam anyat na yat sat asat param paschat aham asmi yat etat aham eva ja abhisheshyat sa asam sa
Saha
aham.
api aham. Very good. Next.
मुश्किल है प्रभु जी, but this is very, I just copied you, but difficult.
So we'll do it in our next class. Okay. I mean, you understood the meaning, that is more important. This is little bit, yeah, this sloka is little bit up and down. But the main thing, you understood the main mood of the sentence. That is more important. Okay. So we'll conclude it here.
Actually, means in Kunti Stuti and Bhishma Stuti, they are telling about God. No, God is telling what I am, right? This is the context to your. Okay, fine.
That was in, I think, third or fourth chapter. This is ninth chapter, one of the ending chapter of second canto. You understand? God is understanding, explaining who am I theologically. This is called Vedanta. You understand? This is Vedanta. This is not any pastimes. This is like Bhishma and Kunti Stuti also there is Vedanta, and this is pure Vedanta, complete Vedanta. And all the Tika's commentaries, these are very important. So we'll explain it another day, okay? Hare
Okay,
Krishna.
Hare
We
Krishna.
having
Hare
class
Krishna,
tomorrow in the
Prabhu.
morning?
Yes.
In the morning, you people are able to attend, or it's better to have in the evening?
We are able to attend, Prabhu.
We will attend in the morning. Morning will be better for we also.
Okay, so let's do again tomorrow 7.
Sometime we may miss the evening class, but
We will attend
we can
evening
attend
class
morning
also.
class regularly.
Okay.
The
So
morning
it's
Indian
7
time.
a.m. Bhagavad Gita. Okay.
Okay, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Bol.
Hare
Hare
Hari
Krishna.
Bol.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Ram.